Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Jamie Beth. Today I'm going to do the Zodiac makeup challenge. Now I have seen a couple of other YouTubers, actually a couple of my favorite YouTubers do this challenge, and I thought it looked really fun. Now I don't necessarily believe entirely of the Zodiac, like I don't look at my horoscope every day, I don't do anything like that, but I have looked up, you know, bits and pieces about my Zodiac sign just out of curiosity, but I don't necessarily believe in it. I don't know. I just thought that this challenge would be a lot of fun, and I am going to link the YouTuber sites down below. I saw this on Katie Hodges' YouTube page and Nikki Tutorials, and I'll link those down below so you guys can watch those as well. I will also be tagging a couple people down below who I want to do the challenge. First off, I'm going to tell you what my Zodiac sign is. I was born August 2nd, so my Zodiac sign is a Leo. And Leos are born anywhere between July 23rd and August 22nd. In the YouTube videos that I have watched, they've also mentioned their moon signs and their rising signs. I have no clue what either of those mean, but I did look up what mine were. My moon sign is a Capricorn and my rising sign is Cancer. And colors associated with Capricorns are black, charcoal, dark brown, and with Cancer, they're silver and metallic gray. So what I'm going to do is create a look using those colors, and I will also be chatting to you a little bit about what my Leo sign means. I decided to stop the camera and actually do one eye with the look that I wanted to create. So this is my Leo inspired look, and we are going to go ahead and recreate it on the other eye. I did see the girls in the other videos do this, and I thought to save time and not have an hour-long video, this would be the good thing to do. So now we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you how I created this look right here. We are going to also talk a little bit about my sign, which is Leo. First things first, I used the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette to create my Leo inspired look, and that is the palette that we're going to be working off today. What I'm going to do first is take some loose powder and put it underneath my eye, because with colors such as reds and purples and whatnot, you sometimes have a little bit of fallout, so I want to not have my face turn a bunch of different colors with fallout. It is easy to just take some loose powder, dip it into a sponge or a powder puff, and just kind of put that powder under your eye. And what this does is it creates a little barrier, so if you do have some fallout, it falls on that white powder, and then you just brush it away later. The first shade we're going to use is this one right here. This is Cake Mix, and we're going to put that in our crease. And while I do that, I'm going to read a little bit about my sign to you. It says here that Leos are bold, intelligent, warm, courageous, and natural leaders, which is somewhat true. I'm not 100% bold. I am a little bit shy. So I can be a leader when I have to be. If I don't have to be, I let other people do it. But if I have to be, or if people are looking up to me for something, then yes, I will be a leader. I moved you in just a tad bit more so that you can see what I'm doing here. So we're just going to take this shade and go in our crease. And we're gonna work kind of slowly because we want to really build up these shades to get this look. And I am coming down into like the corner here, this little groove where my side of my nose is and my eye meet. We are coming all the way over to here, okay? So another little tidbit about Leos are that they are intense and energetic. They thrive on social interactions and have no problem making friends. That is very true about me. I am very social, I am very approachable, and I love meeting new people and talking to people and just having a good time. It also says here that Leos put themselves first. and will turn down a plan if it doesn't fit their agenda or idea of having fun. I am not necessarily like that. I do compromise. I am married to another Leo, so there's a lot of compromise in our relationship, and we've been together 26 years. So anyone who says two Leos can't get along, that's not true. We get along very well. So the next shade that we are going to dive into is this one. It is the shade next to Cake Mix, and it is called Dutch. So it is this shade right here. And we are going to take a like slightly flat brush, and we're going to go into just the crease with that. So I want to kind of dig right in the crease with this. So we're going to go ahead and dip this in. Always like shake off the excess of your shadow so that you can prevent a little bit of that fallout if it does happen. But we're going to go ahead and take our slightly flat brush. So this brush is going to fit perfectly in that crease, and we are just going to build up that crease. And you are still bringing this shade down to that corner area as well. So we're gonna move to the darkest shade of the palette, well, the darkest brown shade of the palette, and it's called Intravenous. It's this one right here. And we're gonna put that in our crease, and we're just gonna slightly start blending up a little bit. But first, I'm going to give you another little Leo tidbit. Regarding friendships and Leos. Leos regard friends as one of their favorite words. They are known for collecting friends, but not in a transactional sort of way. Leos generally adore other people and innately get that the more people you know, the easier life can be. Honestly, I do believe that. Leos easily hand out their phone number or are quick to follow a DM or Instagram, and will invite you to their happy hour 5 minutes after meeting you. This actually is very true to me. If I meet you and I really like you, within 10 minutes you're invited to every party I ever throw in my whole entire life. So that is definitely me. But getting to know a Leo on a deeper level can be challenging. Tough to pin down someone with that kind of social schedule. Although Leos are friendly, they won't share their inner emotional life until they're really close to you. And that is absolutely true about me. I don't tell people a whole lot of like super personal things unless you are one of my best friends. A Leo is a valuable ally in your social circle, and when he or she does reveal secrets, listen up and feel honored. So again, we're taking that darker color and we're going into the crease. All right, that is looking really good. We are going to now move into the red shades, and I'm going to take a little flat, again, kind of a flatter brush, and I'm going to start with this shade right here. This is called Cherry Soda. And what I'm going to do with this shade is I'm going to pack it on my lid. So we're not going to go all the way into like the inner corner of our eye. We're just going to kind of go like 3/4 of the way on our lid with this shade. And you are just lightly packing it on. So we're gonna now move into a slightly darker red shade, and it's gonna be this one right here. And what we're gonna do with this one, we're also going to pack that a little bit on the lid, but we're going to blend it into the crease as well. Okay, so now we're gonna take a clean blending brush, and we're going to kind of blend that out so everything just kind of flows with each other and we don't have any harsh lines. Okay, time for another little Leo tidbit. It says here, and I find this interesting, is a best friend match for a Leo is a Sagittarius. And it says here that both are fire signs, and they're both very passionate individuals with boundless capacity for adventure. Now, what I find interesting with what I just read here is my best friend is a Leo, and we absolutely go well with each other. Like, she just, we bring out the best in each other. and she knows everything about me just like I know everything about her. And I just find it funny because she is another Leo, so you would think that two strong personalities wouldn't be best friends with each other, but we are. However, she is later in the month than I, and I think that the next one is a Virgo, because I think that's what my older sister is, because she's at the end of the month. Anyway, so she's probably more towards a Virgo than a Leo, really, and maybe that's why we get along very well. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to stop with the blending right now. We're going to cut our crease, and then we're going to add some shimmery color, and then we're going to finish off with our blending. So right now I'm going to take a little flat brush, so a flat little brush here, and I'm going to take my P. Louise base. I'm going to put just a tad bit on my hand here, and we are going to cut our crease. Now when cutting the crease, you want to go nice and slow. There is no like super quick way to do it. I know on Instagram and YouTube and stuff you can see people do it really quick, and you're probably going to see me do it really quick, but that's called editing. So we're going to go ahead and start with cutting our crease. So now that our crease is cut, we are ready for some shimmery color. We're gonna go in with this shade right here. This is called Sweetener, and I'm just gonna use my finger to apply that shimmer. And we're just applying the shimmer to the area that we applied the concealer or the base for the cut crease. And now we have that beautiful shimmery shade on our eyelid. We're going to move on to the next step. The next step is we're going to take a tiny little brush with a tiny little tip, and we're going to move back into that intravenous color, that dark brown color, and we are going to lightly tap this color, and we are going to go into the crease with this color ever so lightly. And all we're doing is darkening up that crease line. So next we're going to take a little blending brush, and we're just going to kind of blend that line upwards a little, so it doesn't look like there's a harsh line. We want our cut crease to kind of be more defined, so that is why we went in with this darker shade up top. So we want to go just above that and kind of blend that in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go back into that red shade, that fresh meat shade, that dark red, and we're going to blend into our lid a little bit with that red shade, so that there isn't, see on this side, there isn't a harsh line where one ends and the other meets. So we're just going to kind of blend that together. Okay, then we're going to go back into that dark brown color, and we're going to blend in the outer corner in that red shade. So we are coming along nicely with this. We are going to brush away all of this white powder. Just brush it away. Okay, now that that's brushed away, we are going to take a tiny, like, stiff brush. I'm actually using like a liner brush to for this next step, because we want kind of a stiff brush. If you have one that goes like straight across, it's fine. This one's a little angle, it's fine. I'm going to go ahead and dip into this purple shade, and this is called Extraction. So we're going to dip into that shade called Extraction. We're going to go right along the lower lash line with this shade. We're not going to be blending it down a little bit. We're just going to on the lower lash line. We're almost just stamping it onto that lower lash line. Now we're going to take a tiny little brush again, and we're going to move to the shade next to it. And this purple shade is a little bit darker. It's called Coma. And this one, we're going to kind of go underneath that other shade a little bit and kind of blend them two together. Now you're not going to go all the way to the corner, because we're going to add something else and then kind of continue this shade right here a little bit more. So I'll show you that in just a second. But we just kind of want to blend these two little shades together. We want to make sure everything from here up kind of flows together as well. Okay, now that we have that purple shade on, we are going to move in with another small little brush, and we're going to add a little bit of that shimmer color down below along our lower lash line here. So we're going to use that sweetener shade again. We're going to dip again with a small little brush, and we're going to go along just the a little bit from the inner corner along the lash line. You want to just kind of blend the two into each other, but you're not going all the way along your lash line with this shimmer shade. It's just kind of staying mostly in that little corner and bringing it slightly into that lower lash color. Okay, so once that is done, you're going to take that little brush that you had that coma shade on, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring that line up under that shimmer shade. Ever so lightly. We don't want to be like too crazy of a line, but you're gonna it's gonna kind of look like a little line underneath that shimmer shade. So our lower lash line is complete. I really like the way it looks. We are now going to move on to highlight. So to highlight a little bit, we're going to use this shade right on the end here called Candy Floss, and we're actually going to use two little highlighter shades, and I'll show you the other one in just a second, but we're going to take a little bit on our brush and we're going to highlight our brow bone just ever so lightly with this candy shade. Now we're going to go into this Wet n Wild duo. It's called the Hello Halo Blush Highlighter Duo. And what was the shade on this? I think this is the After Sex Glow one. Yeah, it is. So we're going to go ahead and take this shade, the highlighter shade, out of this little duo. And we're going to go into our inner corner, and then we're going to go over that little brow highlight as well. So what I'm also going to do is take a little bit on a highlighting brush and highlight the tops of my cheeks with it. So now we're ready for liner, mascara, and my other lash. I'm going to go ahead and get that done, and then we will have the final look. So here's the final look. I did add a little bit of a lip color to this look as well. But this is my Leo inspired look. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, as well as the notification bell to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!